Last week, I had the incredible opportunity to lead a trip to Israel for 200 Jewish men. The trip was organized by an organization called JWRP, the Jewish Women's Renaissance Project, which has brought thousands of Jewish mothers and fathers for week-long trips to Israel. If you fit either one of those categories, check out the organization and apply for one of those trips. On our trip, we had guys from many different cities and all different levels of Jewish observance and affiliation. We had Reform Jews, in other words, Jews, conservative Jews, Jews, observant Jews, Jews. One participant who hilariously but poignantly said that he had previously retired from Judaism, still a Jew. We spent a week discussing core values and rituals in Judaism, and we toured the land of Israel. We got a chance to meet and hear stories from Jewish soldiers, tank commanders, lone soldiers, and thank them.
Soldiers are risking their lives every day so that we're going to be able to drive up, down, and sideways in peace and in security. All we can say is thank you. We really appreciate it.
8 guys on the trip celebrated their bar mitzvah on Masada. And we had fun. I actually got to crowd surf for the first time. But we also had moments of great gravity and meaning. We went to Yad Vashem together, and while there, you couldn't help but remember that when our enemies came for us, as happened so many times in the past and hopefully never again, they came for all of us. It didn't matter whether we were observant or non-observant, affiliated or non-affiliated, they came for the Jews. We were all in it together. And then we stepped out into the sunlight and got to see Judaism reborn. We walked together down to the wall, to the kotel.
We're making this walk not just for ourselves, but we're also making it for our wives, and we're making it for our sons, and we're making it for our daughters, and we're making it for our grandparents that never made it, who would have given up anything to be able to make this walk. And we're going to walk to greet our Father.
And we had a number of spooky, unbelievable moments wherein it became clear that I wasn't leading the trip. God was leading the trip. And if he wasn't, then coincidence was doing an incredible impersonation of him. But for me, the highlight of the trip was seeing the pilot lights of a couple hundred Jewish souls, including my own, get lit up or relit. I couldn't help but think of this week's Torah portion, when we're told that Abraham and Sarah made souls where they were living. How do you make a soul? You do what they did. You open an inn, you invite people in, give them refreshments, rest, relaxation, and you talk to them about God, the one God, the true God, the only God. They started monotheism. They started the Jewish people. But perhaps the best expression of our mantra came from one of their great-grandsons years later, from Judah, Yehuda. It's borrowed from a different context. He's talking to the Egyptian viceroy, who he doesn't realize is actually Joseph, Yosef, his long-lost brother, whom he and his brothers sold years before. He's pleading with him, begging him not to keep their youngest brother, Binyamin, as a slave. And he says to him, "How can I go up to my father," referring to Jacob, Yaakov, "if the lad, Binyamin, is not with me?" That's what we have to ask ourselves every day. How can I go up to my father in heaven at the end of my life if Jewish youth, the lads, are not with me? The Jewish children in my own home, if I haven't properly educated them. The Jewish children in the homes of my friends, if I haven't devoted my time and resources towards Jewish education. And if I haven't reached out a hand to my fellow adult Jews who are still stuck at youthful levels of Jewish education because they didn't have the opportunity or the inspiration to continue that education. We have to work hard to make sure that no Jew is ever left behind.